Hello everybody, dating and development here. If you know who I am, you know who I am. If you don't know who I am, now you know. Welcome to the channel. If you're listening to this on any well-known audio streaming service, a very warm welcome to you. Now, obviously there's no sponsors again today because no one's putting out in terms of sponsorship. That's quite sad. It's the big sad. But anyways, speaking of big sad, I could not do 2 articles yesterday, which I planned for my article analysis segment of the channel. That sounded so like I was on a radio show. But anyways, so today I'm doing the second article that I had planned to do, and it's all about dating culture in Ireland yet again. Wow, unbelievable, wow. If Owen Wilson saw this, that would be his exact response. Wow, unbelievable, this article's amazing. So anyways, let me just get record going. And hell yeah. Okay, or should I say heck yes. This is a family friendly channel. It's like being pen pals. Oh my gosh. How Ireland's dating culture is changing under the Q word. In the last installment of our Love in the Time of the Beer Bug series, Caitlin McBride speaks to Irish singles about their dating experiences during these unprecedented times. Crikey, that word gets to me sometimes. But hey, I managed it there. A makeover for modern dating landscape has been long overdue. You know, Caitlin, I can agree with you there. It has been. The instant gratification from apps has changed the mise en scène in which single people have found themselves at times dulling the ability to forge genuine connections. These days we cannot really forge genuine connections because we do not value traditional roles as much in society when it comes to dating between men and women. Now, obviously, we all have like girl power, you know, independent woman, I can do what I want, this, that, and the other. More power to you. Fair enough. But then we're going to be asking the question, where are all the good men gone? Because from nowadays, men are afraid to date. With me also seen in everything else that a man who is trying to genuinely be nice and show his interest could get into a lot of trouble with a girl. Like, even if you just want to talk to a girl on the street sometimes. Like, just, you see a nice girl and you want to give her a nice little hello. Like, maybe give her your phone number, you know, little hey, how are you? You know? And then you try making a move, but not aggressively or anything. And then, you know, she calls you out in it and makes a whole hullabaloo. Like, even myself, over the last while, I say in around before June of last year, before like things are really kicking off with me also and everything else, you know, I was kind of not afraid to talk to women, but I could be very cautious. I wouldn't talk to women who would not show interest in me. So those who did give choosing signals or indicators of interest to me, I would approach and talk to. But other than that, no, not really. Because you don't know what you're going to get yourself into. You honestly don't. But while Ireland remains under government-directed Q word during the beer bug worldwide party, the physical dating scene has ground to a halt, and so has the conveyor belt of courtship. The physical dating scene has nearly been abolished. I say some courting still goes on with the physical dating scene and actually going to a woman, you know, striking conversation, charming banter, everything else, being direct with your intentions, wanting to take her out. But online dating has really put physical dating to a halt. Everyone online dates now. Even the old lady down the street online dates with, you know, a lovely picture of Richard doing some squats, you know, getting those nice 67-year-old quadriceps in action. Yeah, online dating is taken over more or less. It has. And with these self-isolating times, there is no option to Netflix and relax and put your feet up. And so people seeking interpersonal connections have had to become creative. No, not really. Online dating is not really creative. It is what it is. Thomas Cross, who is 32, a radio broadcaster with FM 104, said he's enjoying the long-term conversations that have emerged as a result of social distancing directives. Now, one problem here is that the whole point of online dating, okay, I can see people using it to pass time and everything else. I totally get that. But if you're talking to a woman you're interested in long-term over Tinder, then by the time you actually meet up, one, there is no mystery about you as she knows a lot of things about you, and two, talking to someone consistently and investing your time in a woman is going to lower your value in terms of attractiveness because you're not a mystery. She has you figured out, and by spending such a long time talking to her, she's going to think, okay, this guy has nothing else to do but talk to me. And as a man, you have to be on your life's mission. You have to have a purpose. Now, there'll be times where I'll get texts, even from friends and that, and I might not respond for a while because I'm busy. It is what it is. It is what it is. So since the Q word, you're stuck in your house with nothing else to do but talk. And you're not. You're not stuck in the house with nothing else to do but talk. You can do home workouts, you can start a YouTube channel, plan a business, write a book, read books, even play some video games, look at new music, find new music, watch some TV, or just be productive in general. You have so much. There's such an opportunity there with this beer bug. By staying indoors, you have a lot of opportunity to improve yourself as a person. You honestly have so much opportunity to improve yourself as a person. When the government gave this directives to keep everyone under house rule and everything else, what my line of thinking was, okay, when things naturally go back to being normal in however months' time, how have I improved myself during those months under house rule or under these guidelines and everything else? So for us, it started in March. Okay, say it comes to December of this year. How have I improved myself since March? What have I accomplished? How have I been productive? Am I at a better place now, or was I a better place back then? If I was a better place back then what I've done up to December, has been fruitless. Nothing there. You have so much to do. You should be on your mission. You should be trying to find your passion or your purpose in life. When someone, Thomas continues to say, when someone has run out of conversation with their friends, you strike up conversations on dating apps like you wouldn't before. He told the Irish Independent, it's like being pen pals. Okay, yeah, you would strike up conversation because a lot of people are bored, but at least not to mention, being under house rule, there are a lot of people who can't go out and can't get that validation from other people, So see if there are people out there whose confidence is so indicative of other people telling them how good looking they are or how well they look. They're not getting that from being able to go outside or going out to nightclubs or going to pubs and bars. Certainly not the case. That's why a lot of online dating is going on now, in the sense that people can get their validation and their little ego boost from people telling them how good looking they are, either male or female. It goes both ways. But you should not be attaching your confidence to your looks or getting validation from other people, because that attachment is going to create suffering, considering the fact that as we age, our looks will fade. Now, obviously, we'll have some, hot mamas and hot papas, further down the line if you look after yourself, you know what I'm saying. But our luck's going to fade, and we can't rely on that validation on our looks from other people to make ourselves feel good about ourselves. What we do, what we strive to become, our ambitions, achieving our goals, even though we will fail, we will hit, fumble and crumble and stumble, but the underlying point is that validation from other people should not be in correlation with your confidence. It's not the case. It's your internal values and what you can do and how you believe in yourself. Confidence doesn't come from within. It comes from repetitive actions, because excellence is a habit. Continuing on, you're matching with people who would have previously swiped left on you. Yeah, because there are going to be people out there who are looking for validation. So if they can't get it from other good-looking people at nightclubs and bars, then they're going to go to online dating apps and then commenting and saying like, look, I know I swiped left on you, but I want you to make me feel good. During the first couple of conversations, you know if there's a connection and whether to continue or not. Well, yeah, but then again, a lot of people are on Tinder for validation and ego boosts. Men and women alike. It's not just the one. I haven't met anyone in person yet, obviously, but I've had wine dates over WhatsApp video calls. Okay, that's pretty good. Even Coach Corey Wayne has a video discussing about doing dates during the being under house rule and everything else. And he did mention doing Skype calls and dinner dates over a video, and that. Pretty good idea. Keeps connection there and everything else. But you should not... Okay, I'm going to just comment now after this sentence. You might be in genuine conversation with 3 or 4 people and ask questions about their day, finding out things you never would have found out previously. Everybody is so bored at this stage that they're happy to talk about anything, he added. Problem here is, as I mentioned earlier, if you're constantly talking to people day in, day out, you're not building mystery. You're investing too much time into them in the beginning stages, and if you're investing too much time and constantly on your phone and replying in the space of, 2 to 5 minutes, then it's going to be a no-show. You're going to be too easy. The challenge is not there. They won't be interested. As Cloud Strife would say, not interested. Mr. Cross said the self-isolation means thinking outside the box and building the foundations of a friendship first, a return to old-fashioned ideals. Yeah, it's an ideal, but it's not necessarily reality. Friendships before something coming in a more romantic sense, not necessarily a good idea, because when it comes to dating, if you're going to give the intention of being friends, they will see you as friends. But if you are clear with your intentions that you want something romantic, then something romantic is going to come out of it. But you can't keep talking to someone constantly in building a friendship because they'll see you as being a friend. It's not how it is. It's an ideal, but it's not reality. Friends before going out with someone or dating someone, yeah, it can happen. It's happened to me. It did work out for a good while, but now I'll be an advocate for not being friends necessarily with someone first. You get to know them and build the tension in a more romantic sense. This is a challenging time for everyone. In dating, you must put effort in a conversation and make it last. You can have more fun with someone. So crack, C-R-A-I-C, is an Irish colloquialism for saying fun. With someone over voice notes on FaceTime, you're chatting to them as a person, as a friend. No, you shouldn't be talking to them as a friend. Not at all. When you put an effort into a conversation, the thing is, look, the 80-20 rule. When it comes to dating, or in your beginning stages of your dating, it's the woman who should be doing the most of the talking. The woman should be doing the most amount of talking. 80%, 20% is you. You're asking questions that make her feel good. Now, there will be women say, "Oh, dating in development, you're a misogynistic man, that's not how things go." Well, listen, Let me put it to you straight. The men who are more mysterious have a higher chance in getting with a woman. It is what it is. I have come across women who I've not talked as much and it worked out perfectly fine. I know lads who've done this, it's worked perfectly fine. I have come across men, however, who have talked too much on dates and the woman was more interested in them now, like putting a chocolate fire guard in front of a blazing fire. Just didn't work. They didn't want anything. It wasn't going to be of any benefit. And if you're talking to him as a person, as a friend, there's no romantic interest there. Now, I don't know if he's going for a more romantic kind of sense, but, you know, I don't necessarily agree with that as talking to them as a friend. They're your love interest. You need to be seductive. You need to be charming and witty. If and when you meet, if you see them as a friend, it's not going to happen. Unless your text game is severely strong. By the time this is all over, you've skipped 4 steps in the dating process and will already know them quite well, he says. Okay, they see you as a friend, perfectly fine, but you're skipping 4 steps. What are the other steps? What are the other 4 steps? In that, you're talking, you meet up. What's it? Patting her hair, rubbing her shoelace, and then kissing her? No, it's not how it goes. You arrange a date, you meet up, she does most of the talking. If she's giving you signs she wants to be kissed, you go for it. And then after an average of 2 to 3 dates, then that's when the fun begins, and like Skywalker puts it. You know what I'm getting at. Right. Similarly, Nadia El Fadasi, I probably butchered that saying, who's 33, a travel writer from Tala, Dublin, said that she's enjoying the forced alone time that she can guiltlessly revel reacquainting herself with herself. I don't think she likes this forced alone time. I don't think women in general like alone time, especially with men they're interested in. That I know there's guys whose girlfriend is alone. It's like, oh, I'll bring over my boyfriend now, and like, they just want the company. They like company. I don't think women in general don't like being alone. They like having company, whether it's with friends or men they're interested in. It's not like I was actively dating before this, so I wasn't meeting up with anybody before the Q word that suddenly I can't see. Okay, she's 33. Right. I'm going to get into some dodgy territory there. With a comment I might make. Some guys on Tinder have exchanged their bios to say, let's meet in 2022 and make a joke of it, she explained. Right. 33 and see, when it comes to men, right, and this is just a truth, I can say it's quite true. Men aren't really that into older women, right? I've been with an older woman before, dated casually, and it just didn't work out. It did not work out. And men in general prefer younger girls. I don't know if that's kind of trophy girlfriend mentality or whatnot, but men just prefer biology. There we go. Not pulling this out of my brain. Men prefer young women. It's biology. Younger women are seen as more fertile. That there's a better chance of a man's offspring being produced by that woman. Older women, by the time they're hitting their 30s, they've lost the majority of their eggs. And then the aging starts to set in, and men just aren't as interested. Now, there obviously are men who like older women, and there are going to be older women who like younger men. It's the dynamic. But a general rule of thumb is that men prefer younger girls. It's to do with biology. It is. Better chance of their offspring of surviving, and they're more fertile. I'm not against women. It's the facts. I think it's better now that because you can speak to someone without the pressure of meeting up, You can get to know someone a bit better now that we have this time. But really, my feeling is that I'm very happy to be single right now. Okay, if she's happy, she's happy. You know, you can't fight the happiness and the pressure of meeting up. I think she'd like to meet up with someone. I can't imagine being stuck 24/7 with anyone in my past relationships. So, from what that sentence alone there means is that, yeah, her relationships did not go very well. She does not want to be with them because they weren't men that she could see herself with long term. That's what that sentence tells me. It's the ultimate time to be selfish. I can be as quiet or as loud as I'd like, cook what I like, watch what I want on TV. All the best things about being single are amplified. They're not the best things about being single. You can do all those things in a relationship regardless of being in a relationship. You can definitely be like that. If you're not cohabitating with someone, you can definitely be as quiet or as loud as you want if you have a house to yourself. Cook what you want if you have a house to yourself. She's coming from a sense of living with someone. You can still be in a relationship and do all those things if you have your own place. Well, but what really being single can be is just having a fun time and exploring your options. That seems to be the general paradigm of what single is nowadays, or what single ought to be, is just exploring yourself, exploring other people. A spokesperson for Bumble, the female-led dating app, told the Irish Independent that while their usage is on par with typical user behaviour, but that the bug has become a talking point. We have seen users begin to mention the beer bug and beer bug more, more beer bugs, and more on their profile. The spokesperson said, now more than ever it is about staying connected in the virtual world. You can still stay connected in the physical world also. Hayley Quinn, the relationship expert with Match Group, the parent company of Match.com, Tinder, Plenty of Fishes, and the Door Hinge, said the Q word has sparked a return to more traditional values, which places compatibility over all else. Usually in times of crises, we feel more of a need to connect with another, but we need to find another way to access that while observing social distancing in this particular case, she explains. Yeah, she's right. She's bang on. We can't be physically close, even though we can, but it's best off to keep that distance away from other people for the time being. It's removing that ability to expedite the dating process, whether that's an in-person or a fun time meeting up scenario. People who are looking for committed relationships and a better chance going through the process of getting to know someone first. Yes, but that getting to know someone first should be done in real life, because what happens online in talking to someone, getting to know someone, does not necessarily transfer well into the real world where the dung hits the fan. Without being able to meet someone in real life, it forces you to focus on communication, which can actually be a positive. Yes, but you should be focused on communication also in real life. It shouldn't force you. You should be doing it in the first place. Maybe we'll change our value system over how we're choosing to move forward with relationships. Similar rules apply when you're not dating during the bug. Well, okay. We won't change our value systems. Once all this has blown over and the dust has settled, you know what? Things are going to go back to the way they were. Nights out, those who are being swiped right on are now being swiped left on. It's going to happen. Miss Quinn recommends measured communications between parties and not 24/7 messages over WhatsApp throughout the increasingly long... You know what, Miss Quinn? You're bang on right there. I wholeheartedly agree with you. You know, you're spitting out straight facts, not being sarcastic. You're right. Measured communication, not 24/7, as I explained why earlier on. Schedule a video call for a more memorable connection. Yeah, that's if your Wi-Fi connection doesn't go down. You don't lose your data. I've heard of people making the same meal, drinking the same drinks, and playing charades. So it's almost like they're together, but it's not, because they're not with each other in person, or they're not in anything official. But yeah, it's good to see there's some sort of routine there, but routine breeds contempt. Once we're stuck in a certain routine, we're not going to be happy when it comes to relationships. We might look for something more exciting. When this ends, we're in for a big social change all around, and dating will be one area of our lives that's reflected as part of that. When dating resumes after the bug is over and done with, it's not going to be a big social change. Everything is going to go back to the way it was, or the way it was, should I say. We will have developed new habits and behaviors and placed new value on things we undervalued in the past, like spending time with close friends, immediate family. Yeah, that's true. We will be placing more of an emphasis on that. I think so. Close friends and everything else. But with dating, no, it's not going to happen. Those meaningful connections are going to go straight out the window. That's probably a nihilistic view to have, but I can see that things are just going to go back to the way they were. We also find people becoming more self-sufficient and humbler. Yeah, because we're taking the time to learn new skills, or those who are putting the effort to do it. We're not going to forget this period of our lives and immediately revert. Traditional values could be making a comeback. Traditional values are not going to make a comeback. They're not with everything going on these days with woman power and the Me Too movements. Oh my sugar god. With all these movements and everything else going on, it's not going to happen. I think men are just becoming more afraid of actually dating properly, because it's their word against his, and he could be totally innocent. As I don't hate women, but it's just cases I've come across. Don't shoot the messenger. Her departing words of wisdom: no matter how bored you are, don't text your ex. Don't text your ex. You know what? I agree with her there. Don't text your ex. That goes for men too. Do not text your ex. So, what is the closing message for this video? When all of this blows over, be at a place where you want to be. Mentally, financially, or physically. Dating during this time is not the be-all or end-all. As Miss Quinn put it, be more self-sufficient and humbler. Work on your values. Work on yourself. Now we're clocking in at 26 minutes. So that's all the time we have for today. I'm glad we got through this article. So if you like this video on YouTube, please comment, like, subscribe. That stuff is all free. Please help me out. I've gotten from 5 subscribers to 6. I really want to keep hitting this going. And if you're listening to this on any well-known streaming service, please share with others, tell others about it. Really big help. We're over 100 plays now through audio streaming services. So I'm very happy with that. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I hope we're all keeping well today. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. And be better. And always go for more. Until next time.